Hello and welcome to Car and Bike. We are riding this, the new Royal Enfield Classic 650. We'll tell you all about it. How does it ride? How does it handle? How does it perform? But before that, please do consider liking the Car and Bike channel if you haven't yet. Hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time we ride a new motorcycle, drive a new car, and tell you all about it if you should consider purchasing this motorcycle or any other motorcycle or car. For now, let's take a closer look at the new Classic 650. So that's what it looks like, and first glance there's no mistaking the fact that this is a Royal Enfield Classic, but it's a 650. You can see from the size of the motorcycle, that engine, and if you look up front, that design of the headlight with the twin pilot lights, that has been going on since the late 1940s, and it has been carried over. Signature classic design language, and of course the Bullet also gets it. Originally from the Bullet, but now it's on the Classic 650 as well. And overall stance, this is of course a top variant, gleaming chrome with black, quite nice looking motorcycle. I think in terms of dimensions and overall stance, it's a beautiful looking motorcycle. And there's no denying the fact. You let us know what you think about the design. To my eyes, I think this has really nailed that classic Royal Enfield Classic look, and fit and finish, of course, is very nice. You get these aluminum switch cubes here, shiny aluminum, looks pretty neat. This clamp here on the steering, that's also aluminum finish, and the levers also brushed aluminum finish, but they are fat levers. And how they are to operate, I'll let you know in a little bit. Instrument console carried over from the Classic 350, same analog speedometer with a small digital screen, and of course it gets the standard tripper navigation pod that made its debut several years ago on the Classic 350, and of course the Meteor 350 first. And twin pea shooter exhausts, gleaming chrome. So that is how the Classic 650 looks. And those side panels design has also been carried over, signature classic design, and overall fit and finish quite nice, quite likable. That's what it looks like. So what do you think of the design? Do let us know in the comments. Now this is the top variant, chrome. This is available at 3.5 lakh ex-showroom. There are three more colors. There's the teal, which is the mid variant, which is for 3.41 lakh rupees ex-showroom, and the base variant, there are two colors, Brunting Top Blue and Vallam Red. Those are for 3,37,000 ex-showroom. So four colors in all, no mechanical changes, no feature changes, only the colors are different on these motorcycles. Now, a little bit of trivia, the base variant colors, Brunting Top Blue, the name Brunting Top is taken from where Royal Enfield's UK Tech Centre is located, near the Brunting Top proving ground. So that's the name derived for the blue, and Vallam Red is taken from Royal Enfield's largest production facility near Chennai at Vallam Vadagal. So Vallam Red is taken from Royal Enfield's production facility near Chennai, and Brunting Top Blue is from the UK Tech Centre. So this bike is the new Classic 650, and the question is, how much of a success will it be? Now the Classic 350 has been the bestseller, consistent bestseller for Royal Enfield over the years since 2011-12, and it continues to be the best-selling motorcycle. This, of course, Royal Enfield probably wants to replicate the same kind of success, not only in India, around the world. This is more of a global product, slightly more premium pricing, slightly more premium positioning. So will this Classic 650 be able to replicate the Classic 350's success around the world? That's what we intend to find out, let you know what is it, how is it to ride. And if you're looking for a 650cc roadster, cruiser or bobber, should you consider this, the Super Meteor or the Shotgun 650? Which one of these three motorcycles should you consider? Of course, there's Interceptor and Continental GT 650 as well. So let's go ride it now and tell you all about it. How does it ride? How does it handle? In terms of comfort, how is it? Let's get going. Well, so the engine, same 648cc parallel twin engine as the other 650s. So no complaints there in terms of refinement, in terms of tractability. Although because of the weight of the classic 650, it doesn't feel as perky as say the Interceptor 650 or the Continental GT 650. Very nice. Handling is also pretty good. Now the suspension, it's on the firmer side. Same rear suspension as a Shotgun 650. This one's got telescopic front forks, and that's because of the design, the fork tubes to go with that classic look. That's why they put the telescopic forks instead of the upside down forks. But no complaints on the handling bit as well. Ride quality, the classic 650 is surprisingly better than the Super Meteor 650. Although this feels more comfortable, it's not as jarring as the Super Meteor 650 or the Shotgun 650. And although the roads we're riding on don't have many potholes to speak of, so how is it over bad roads? You'll have to wait for a full review. But over all these minor undulations and all, this one is a more comfortable bike than the Super Meteor 650 or even the Shotgun 650. So if you're looking for comfort amongst the 650s, Super Meteor, Shotgun or this classic 650, this one is the more comfortable motorcycle. And why is that? There's a reason, and I'll explain to you in a bit why this one feels more comfortable. So you'll have to wait for just a minute or two. I'll have to get down from the bike and explain to you. But really likable motorcycle, quite nice. I think this is a apt replacement for the classic 500. Gets a bigger engine, much bigger bike, heavier of course. We are riding on extremely twisty roads, so I can't give you a lowdown on what the top end performance is like, but should be similar to the Super Meteor 650. I mean, for a roadster, a classic roadster, pun intended, this one ticks all the right boxes. Enjoyable, quite enjoyable indeed. If I have to nitpick, the only thing which I am not a fan of are these fat levers, although they come with adjustable span adjustability. The size of the levers takes some getting used to when you squeeze the levers, especially the brake lever. I would have preferred slightly thinner clutch and brake levers, but I guess that's a more aesthetic thing to go with the design of the bike. That could have been slightly slimmer, would have made it that much better. So it's not meant to be a sport bike handling, but this is a nice handling motorcycle. And given sweeping curves, you will end up scraping the foot pegs, higher speeds, but these roads are not letting me go very, very fast, and I don't want to. Public roads, lots of traffic, but it's all you need really. Quite likable, quite enjoyable indeed. So time to tell you how is the classic 650. If you like that modern classic look, that gorgeous design, I think to my mind it's a beautiful looking motorcycle. This one certainly will not disappoint you. It's a good bike for sure, but there are a few things to keep in mind before you put your money down for this motorcycle. Number one, it's a big motorcycle, it's a heavy motorcycle. So if you're primarily going to be using it in the city, you have to take care of that. Turning radius is a little too wide, and to back it and out of parking lots will take some effort. But the ride quality of this felt slightly more plush than the Super Meteor 650 and even the Shotgun 650. Now if I compare it to the Super Meteor 650, the Super Meteor 650 feels a lot harsher. That's primarily down to one reason, and that's the riding triangle, because you're sitting upright here, and that takes care of a lot of the uncomfortable feeling that you get in the Super Meteor, where you sitting like this and all the bumps travel up your spine. This one is more sorted that way for sure. So if you want comfort, if you're confused between the Super Meteor and the classic 650, this one will offer you more comfort. Engine, It's a heavy bike, like I said before, so it doesn't feel as perky or as urgent in acceleration as the Continental GT 650 or even the Interceptor 650. But the same parallel twin, no complaints there whatsoever. Smooth, slick gears. Clutch action could have been lighter, and the lever design, these fat levers, I'm not a fan of. And particularly the braking, the rear brake is a little too sensitive. That's something Royal Enfield says has been kept in mind. Customer demand, because a lot of people use the rear brake. So the rear brake is a little sharp. It'll take some time getting used to. And the front is not as responsive as the rear. That's something which I experienced while riding this motorcycle. Now there's one glaring miss on this motorcycle, which in this day and age is tubeless wheels. This still comes with tube type wheels. Now even the Go-On Classic 350 gets tubeless tires. Now, Royal Enfield tells us the design of the tubeless rims on the Go-On Classic is more suited for a custom motorcycle, which the Go-On Classic 350 is, and not a purebred, thoroughbred modern classic like this. But Royal Enfield is working on several options to introduce tubeless wheels on this, the Classic 650. But when that will happen is open to interpretation. It could take 6 months, it could take a year. We haven't been given a timeline as yet. What we know is that several options are being considered as of now, and they are working on options. So eventually, tubeless rims will be offered on the Classic 650, but for now, at least for some time, you will not get tubeless rims. But if you are a Royal Enfield Classic fan, this one is a true successor, a true replacement for the Classic 500, which has been discontinued now. And 650cc parallel twin engine, lovely design. You don't want to go very fast, go easy, go slow, cruise in a relaxed manner. This one will not disappoint you. Take a test ride. If you're looking for a 650cc Royal Enfield, this just might be the bike for you.